What are all the awards? What am I missing? MVP, DPOY, six-man, clutch player.
All right.
Almost.
Welcome back to another live edition of the Ball Don't Lie podcast. We are back. This time we got to give our award predictions for the season. Season started up, and we're kind of doing these late, but we're cheating a little bit. Got a little sneak peek, but hopefully we can make some educated choices.
No,
here,
this is recorded on October 15, 2024, guys. Come on.
These are our early predictions of the season, I guess.
Yeah. So hopefully we can make some educated picks based off what we've seen. And you know what? We can react to some of the NBA news going on a little bit later. I want to get these award predictions done, and then we can kind of react to a couple of the trending stories, trending teams. We can discuss what we want. But let's just get right into it. Let's get into the big hitters first. The MVP award, baby.
Wow!
Yeah.
Let's get to it.
I thought we was doing news first.
No, we get straight to the
after.
award.
No, straight into the award. Straight to the awards.
It's not
There's one common theme this year for the awards. There's one common denominator in these awards.
You gonna say a Laker player or what?
Nah. We'll get to
Imagine
it.
Lakers say all the what's called.
You know,
I mean,
say
a lot of
AD
awards-
MVP, Connect rookie.
A lot of the awards this year looking real saucy. I'm not gonna lie, but I digress.
What's the theme though? What's the theme?
It may or may not be Los Angeles based, but it is what it is.
Well,
I don't hate. I don't discriminate.
for my MVP pick, I'm actually going Jason Tatum from the Boston Celtics.
Jason Tatum. That's not a bad pick, but talk your talk.
Right.
Say what you picked Tatum.
This past week, the Celtics, they've lost one game to the Indiana Pacers, but so far I think they'll still have the best record in the NBA, and he's currently averaging over 30 points per game, 7 rebounds and 5 assists, which is synonymous to what he was 2 years ago. And we were talking about him as a top 5 player in the NBA then. So if I think that they're going to have the best record in the NBA, plus he's averaging over 30 points per game, there's no way he doesn't come out with a MVP award, especially with the narrative of him in the Olympics not being benched and him playing bad and not getting the respect and having that revenge is there. So I think he's probably the prime candidate for MVP for me this year.
Oh
Yeah,
man,
you're wrong.
If Tatum gets MVP, I might have to. I'm kidding.
Wrong.
Whatever you take.
I'm gonna have a crash out. If Tatum wins, I'm gonna crash out.
So he's like SJ of the East.
Bro,
He's weak.
Bro, you know what I tell Tatum? I tell him to put the fries in the bag. Anyway, on to my amazing
crazy.
number 1 MVP pick. This year we're going with Anthony Davis, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna tell you right now. I love what I see. I see what I love. Anthony Davis is putting together a masterclass of a season. He's going to be A, healthy. He's going to be 2, dominant. He's going to be C, aggressive. He's going to score 30 points per game while being the best rebounder and the best defensive player of the year. Coupled with the Lakers being a top 5 seed. Pack it up, bro. AD is winning MVP. That's all I have to say. That's all there is to say.
He's been having a good season. MVP caliber season.
Good. He's
Let me piggyback.
Go, Omari. I'm going to get water. Go, keep going.
Hassan, are you surprised by who these guys picked? Are we really surprised?
Bro, ain't no surprise, bro. You shouldn't be surprised. You see how AD's playing this year.
I do. I considered him heavily.
MVP level right now, right?
I considered him heavily. I did.
He's playing at MVP level. You want to talk about some stats? He's averaging more points than Tatum. He's averaging more rebounds. I'm sure he's even up in his playmaking this year, if I'm not mistaken. And the Lakers seem to be. I know they lost a couple games, it's early in the season, but I think that they'll still be a very good team. And if AD's playing like this, I think we could be a top 4. You know what I mean? Like, this is better than even I expected AD to play. But if he can, it's only been a week and a half.
Yeah.
It's still a small sample size, but regardless, to still average, to start off a season not hot and to average well over 30 for just the entire stretch of the beginning of the season. If he can keep this up, there's no reason that we can't have a pretty good seed in the West, which is a harder conference in the East anyway. And him have the stats to back up his MVP case.
Do you guys think you'll be a top 3 seed in the NBA? I think you have to be top 3
In
these
the
days.
NBA? I
Yeah,
don't
that's
would
know.
why I
take
couldn't
health.
pick him.
Yeah.
That's why I
Yeah,
couldn't
It would
pick him.
take health. It would take health and AD literally playing like this like the whole season. Like he would have to have an
it's
MVP
hard.
caliber
I
season.
don't think
He
the team's
can't.
good enough to be a top 3 seed unless we make trades. The
Not a
bench
top
not
3
deep
seed in
enough.
NBA.
Who knows? We'll see. But
Yeah, so I
don't
couldn't pick
gotta
him. Trust me, he's playing like one, and he definitely deserves to be in a conversation. He's gonna be top 3 for sure this year. I just don't think when it's all said and done, they're gonna be a top 3 seed. But it could happen if the Lakers do end up figuring it out, get the bench to score. If D'Lo can contribute anything and start winning some more games, I could see it. But I'm gonna go with it's gonna be a lame answer, but Big Yoke is gonna do it again. If you
brother.
look at the Nuggets, man, they stink. MPJ stinks. Jamal Murray stinks.
He's had a good game.
They stink. They can't do anything. If they're not hitting shots, nobody contributes on the team. Nikola Jokic literally got to carry them to wins over the Raptors and the Nets in overtime. And this guy got to drop 30-point triple-doubles every night. I know for a fact they ain't missing the playoffs, no matter how bad they are. But he's literally going to have to hard carry them all year. He's already won an MVP as a 6 seed, and I think they're going to be at least a little better than that. I think they can finish 5. I don't think they're going to be a top 3 seed like we all thought, but I still think they're making the playoffs. So we can all agree on that. And I just think Jokic is going to be having career numbers this year because I don't think the people around him are good enough. I think Jamal's taking a step back. He looks worse this year. MPJ, I mean, he can shoot occasionally, but when his shot's not falling, he's useless. Aaron Gordon, limited role, and nobody really else stepped up. Christian Braun's having a few moments, but everyone else is kind of like up in the air how they're going to contribute. I think Jokic is going to dominate this year. I could easily see him winning another MVP, and for whatever reason, if they string together some wins and end up as a top 3 seed, you just got to give that man the award the way he's playing, man. It's completely ridiculous. He's the best player in the league by far. I know he's going to be in a top 3 conversation, so I'm confident at least saying his name because ain't no way he's not top 3. So I'm going to pick him to do it again.
I think because of others. Go ahead, Omari.
I was gonna say my only issue with that is this. I think that the Nuggets, as currently constructed, are even worse off than the Lakers. You know what I mean? Like I think they'll have a worse seed for like right now. I would say like I'm 90% sure the way both teams are looking. I think that
you haven't been played 10 games yet.
Yeah, I'm just saying like from what we've seen, I think the Lakers still have way more upside. But the Nuggets, you see, like everything that Bez just said, Jokic literally has to go God mode every night, no matter what, for them to even have a chance of winning a game. So they're gonna lose a lot of games. We've seen Jokic. Granted, he was a little bit younger, but he was still like this caliber of player. And even with bad teams, he was pushing like 5th and 6th seed, and it wasn't even as strong as the West is these days. You know what I mean? So I don't think that I'm not very confident as currently constructed. If the Nuggets make moves and build up a better team around them, like mid-season, then who could tell. But as currently constructed, if I'm basing both teams, I think the Lakers will have a much better seed. You know what I mean? Jokic is obviously gonna have better stats than AD at the end of the day, but just for the seed argument, I don't think the Nuggets are much better off in that department.
Yeah, but the thing about that is I don't think like even if the Lakers are a higher seed, it's going to be like 4th to 5th, 4th to 6th. Like it's not going to be that much of a difference in my opinion. I don't think the Lakers are going to be a top 3 seed. The way we're constructed, at least, definitely not. We got no type of bench scoring outside of Connect. So I think
dead last?
similar problems in on both teams. Obviously, the Nuggets got the best player in the world. I'm more concerned about the Nuggets, but they also got the top guy and a little bit more chemistry as it is. So I think they'll be around the same. And I just think Jokic is going to get the triple-doubles, the stats. And I'm betting on the fact that if they string together some wins and actually do end up being a top 5, you got to give it to him, bro. The way he's playing right now is completely ridiculous.
I think probably because of voters fatigue, he probably won't get it again. Because how many times?
Point.
I mean, the reason why he lost to Joel Embiid that year was because of voters fatigue and like the racism aspect of it, I guess. But voters fatigue did play a heavy part, and I feel like NBA is ready to move on to like a new MVP or a new face of the league. And so if he's not winning games at a high clip or a top 3 seed, then I don't think he'll get the recognition, even with the stats that he's putting up right now.
That's who I'm picking. I don't give a fuck who the media pick. This is who I'm picking. This is who I think is the MVP.
I have a question. I have a question for you guys, all of you guys. So what about the the other guys? Let's talk about Giannis, Shea, those kind of guys. Do they have a chance?
Don't bring up Giannis. Let's not even talk. We'll talk about the Bucks later. We'll talk about the Bucks after the awards.
Individual player is fantastic though. Like,
but they're like Jokic. Okay, they're not going to be a top 5 seed. But Giannis, bro, these guys might be a playing team the way it's looking right now. Like it's really bad in Milwaukee.
Yeah.
So
It is
Yeah,
bad.
that's really bad right now.
The
But,
other person I
he'll be top
considered.
three.
The other person I considered, AD, obviously, same situation as the Nuggets. I don't know if the team is good enough around him. And Luka Doncic, I mean, he hasn't started off so hot, but they're going to be a top 3 seed. So he's going to get the stats
know.
eventually.
I don't know.
I think the Mavericks will be a top 3 seed. I see them, the Thunder, are locks to be top 3 seeds this season. The way they're playing, I don't see that they're going to fall off. So Luka's going to be in that conversation for sure. He just hasn't started the season off like the elite level as some of the other dudes, but he'll be in the convo too, I think.
Top 3. Ooh,
think,
it's a bold prediction for the Mavs.
SGA
I
was
don't think it's
probably
bold
my number
prediction
two.
at all.
I think the Thunder are clearly the best team in the West right now. I don't know who's stopping them because they have everything you need with depth, the defense, youngest team in the freaking NBA doing all of this too. But they have everything. Chet, I feel like, is taking a step. Jalen Williams
Chet's
is
playing
taking
better
another
than Shea
step
right
too.
now. That's why I couldn't pick Shea because he's getting outplayed by his teammates so far. So
He had a good night today, and I think he'll obviously pick it up and be the leader of the team. And if they're winning games at a high level like they are right now and beating teams like convincingly, then he'd be my number 2 or top 3 in MVP voting. So he'd be 2.
What
for
about
me.
Wemby?
they're
No,
not making the
they
playoffs.
suck.
Sorry.
We can go to the
You're
next.
you're already not believing in him.
No, I mean
I don't.
the team
It's
stinks.
the
It's not
team.
him.
Yeah.
And he ain't even playing that well for being real, bro.
He
He
had a
had
bad
like
game.
8 points the
He had
other
a bad
day.
game,
Yeah.
and then he had a 5x5.
Okay, but the
Like
team
20
still
something
stinks. So, hey man, if you're going to discredit Jokic for not having a great record, you can't tell me Wemby, bro. I'm sorry.
Right.
Valuable player in parentheses. If your team is good, you make the cut.
Honestly, I think all those guys, like you said, Tatum, Shea, Luka, AD, Jokic. I think it's going to be basically which team is pretty much the best and statistic wise, like a combo of those two.
I forgot
It
to
really
post the
depends,
pod.
especially in the West. You know, the East. That's why I kind of don't want to pick Tatum. The team is so stacked that I don't think they'll give him that respect personally, unless he has like insane 35. Like he's clearly the best player, which he has looked so far. But I know that they'd be hating on the Celtics because of the roster construction. So I just don't think.
I mean,
they'll
if
give
the
it to him.
record is insane, they'll give you a shot.
If they get like 70 wins, I think he has a chance. But they need because they won 65 games last year and he wasn't even close. So it's like they got to do even better.
That's not as good either.
I don't
Those
like
are
how
teams-
this is like a team thing, bro. Most valuable player in parentheses. Your team's got to be good. I don't like that. I really don't.
Why?
Yeah, because
you-
if it was
Why
just
does your team have to be
MVP,
top
it's
3 for
Jokic
you to
every
be
year.
MVP? What if Jokic is top 6? He's 6th seed.
he won it with
And
the
he's
6th seed
MVP,
before.
but he's not
He
going to
won
win
it with the
because his
6th
team-
seed.
You have to
what
do
I'm saying.
something
Like, I don't get why.
Westbrook
Like,
too.
what about Westbrook? What?
I said
No,
he
he
won
won
it
as a
too.
6th seed.
Yeah, which is good. Which that's what I'm saying. That's good when they do. If there's the best player.
Yeah, context matters for that. I mean, it's happened before. It's not out of the realm of possibility. Jokic
Why
has
was
already
y'all saying
had
they gotta
like
be a top
crazy
3 team for
seasons.
these people to win to have a shot?
It'd be impressive if he can top what he's been doing in the past too for a whole year. So maybe
Talking about Yoke?
I'm talking about everyone that you said, they gotta be a top 3 seed or they gotta be top 2. Like,
Well, I
they
mean,
have
right
to
now in
be,
the circumstance, like in today's NBA, I think so.
or just moving the goalposts every year.
Yeah,
Hey,
I mean, it
league's getting
depends on
better
how
every year.
players
I
play
don't like that.
and teams play.
That's like a
Doesn't
team
that-
like
is that
thing,
not the
bro.
case? It is a year by year award. If it's like, we're gonna move the goalposts year by year.
Not in year by year. I'm saying like the calculation to get an MVP. Oh, all right, bro. You're great and all this yada yada yada. You have all the stats, all the advance. But bro, your team is 6th seed. You're less likely to win than someone who's number 1.
Yeah, it's black.
Yeah,
It's
I
not black
mean,
and white. I mean,
It's a
context.
Like,
combo
why
of
did
two,
SJ have like
multiple
why did
things.
SJ
Combo,
last
yeah.
year have like hella votes? He didn't deserve those votes. There was
Why
like
not?
two
Why
people
not?
better than him. There was like
He's the first seed
Uh,
averaging 30 points per game.
Yeah,
What do you
why?
mean he
And-
deserve the votes? He doesn't
He ain't
deserve any
even he
votes?
ain't win it or come in second. What do you mean? What
Yeah,
are
he
you
didn't
complaining
deserve
about?
any votes. Like
He's-
not win, he can get wins.
I swear he came second. By the way, he had the most votes for second.
It was
place.
definitely Jokic and Embiid top 2. I'm pretty. I don't even have to
Yeah.
look that up. I just know that's probably what it was. There's
He
no
don't
way
win goal
Jokic is
post
not a
himself.
top.
He was,
I'm not saying Jokic
yeah.
is for sure winning it, but there's no way that he's not going to be top 3 this year. Like that's just how good he is. Like he just has to be getting votes. Like undoubtedly.
Do you think him and
I think he'll
AD will be
three,
top
no
3?
way.
Who?
If he's playing like this, yeah.
No, yeah, for
Jokic,
sure.
AD?
I think AD really could win it this year, but the Lakers just got to be good. And like right now, it's iffy.
Yeah.
Like they look good sometimes, but then some games it's like I don't know. I just
They
think
keep
the
losing
roster needs
leads.
help.
Yeah. And they have
Yeah.
like such bad shooting.
SGA
Like,
was
still,
second
I
in
don't know what
votes.
it is.
640.
Who was?
SGA, second in votes. First was Nikola Jokic, 926. Second was SGA, 640.
All right, Embiid didn't qualify.
Damn.
He would have got second, but
Oh
Who's
yeah,
third?
he was right.
I'm saying
he was playing better than Jokic last year, to be
Probably
honest.
Luka or something.
Yeah, which Luka should have been ahead of him
Embiid
too.
was, yeah.
He's better.
Yeah, I would have put Luka
Alright.
ahead of SGA, but
That's what I'm saying.
Pretty
All
sure
right,
I
let's
did
just-
when we had the
Let's
prediction.
go to Coach of the Year now. Coach of the Year. I'm gonna start us off. Y'all probably saying JJ Redick. I don't give a fuck. Cavs coach Kenny Atkinson. This got to be a lot. Coach of the Year. This dude got them playing as the best team in the league right now, 6-0. They're literally blowing teams out by 20 points, blowing out the Lakers. They blew out the Pistons today. It's literally they beat a Knicks team who's going to be a locked playoff team, a top team in the East. It's got to be the Cavs coach. They made damn near no changes to the roster except changing the coach for Bickerstaff to Kenny Atkinson, and they look like a completely different team. They're playing defense all together, connected on a string. They're getting up a lot of shots, making a lot of threes. Everybody's really playing at their best. Mobley looks the best that he has. Darius Garland's looking like his all-star for him. Donovan Mitchell hasn't even had a big game like that yet, and he's still playing decently well. So I think it's got to be the Cavs coach, Kenny Atkinson. They're the best team in the league right now. And even though I don't know if that's going to last completely through the season, I think they're the second best team in the Eastern Conference. They'll be a top 3 seed. I think that I could say that comfortably. So I'm picking Kenny Atkinson to win Coach of the Year.
Yes, I agree with you, Bez. Kenny Atkinson is my coach of the year as well. I feel like if
Yeah,
you
me
win
too, me
enough
too.
games as a new coach and there's something different from what was implemented last year, and looking like the Cavs have won like 6, yeah, like you said, they're 6-0, and I think they'll be a top 3-4 seed. So if he can maintain a top 3-4 seed and showcase how many games that more wins than they did last year, that they're actually a potential playoff threat or a championship threat, he's probably going to win it. So Kenny Atkinson's my vote, and he's a former Golden State Warrior assistant. So I'd like him to win it.
The Warriors family, huh?
Mhm.
Hey,
Bias,
yeah,
bias.
I agree.
Man.
You guys touched on a lot of it. I do agree when it comes to the new coach thing, and I would, with all my heart, want to give it to JJ Redick. But
He gonna get some votes though. JJ will get some votes. He just won't win it. Bro.
if they end with a really good seed, and it's because if it's like that stark of a disparity between last year and this year, then I think he'll get some votes. But it also, this is early predictions. Like, who knows where people end up? Like last year weren't the Magic or something like second seed for like a year. I mean, for like hella long. You know what I mean? It ended up like
hot. They started hot where they
Yeah.
picked off 3 seasons ago. I know exactly what you're talking about.
so. Like
It's
it's early, so who knows if the Cavs or the Lakers keep it up? I hope the Lakers do, but I do think right now I'll give it to Kenny Atkinson.
Yeah, pretty crazy. They look insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'd give it to Kenny Atkinson too. Psych! I lied. I would either have to give it to my boy JJ Redick, obviously, or Taylor Jenkins. I might give it to Taylor Jenkins.
Oh hell no! Oh hell no! Get the fuck out, dude. This guy's rotations have been complete dog shit. This guy played John Morant less than 30 minutes every single game. Don't give me that.
Everybody
Please don't give me
minutes
that.
or something like that.
They held Dame to 4 points, did they not?
They're trying to
The Bucks
to
stink.
save everybody's legs.
I mean, yeah, but I think his rotations, if you watched it, like they just been confusing. He's playing like some players I never heard of randomly. John Conchar started the second half last week. Why? I'll never fucking know.
You made Scottie Pippen Jr. playable, bro. It's all I'm gonna say.
He's actually good.
No,
though.
Scottie
Scottie
Pippen's a
Pippen's
dog.
good.
He's
Yeah.
a dog. Don't
He's
disrespect.
He's actually good.
Okay,
No,
that's
I
fine.
watched him play.
He is a dog.
And
He
he's
is a
good.
dog.
I don't know, and I'll tell you if he's
Yeah.
trash.
He ain't though. He has actually having a good season. He got double already. He's hooping. The team is.
Yeah.
They're also
He's
banged up.
right now. He's
But
a
I
good
think
defender.
there's a prime storyline for JJ to win if he does continue to play well.
I want to shout out Joe Mazzulla. He's never gonna win it because the Celtics are stacked, but he's
so
a good
facts.
coach.
He's
a good coach.
Yeah, he was my honorable mention too. Because
He said, "Bring back fighting in the league, bro."
Yeah,
Like, come
that's
on.
a great quote. That's a great quote.
That shit was
his
funny.
dumb quotes too.
No,
That's a great quote.
honestly though, yeah, because hockey, bro, they can just fade. Like you just allowed to fade for a little bit. They
Like
give you
hockey,
a minute.
yeah.
Like,
Put him in a penalty box or something. Play 4-on-5 for like 3 minutes if they
Oh my
fade.
God.
Let them play 4-on-5.
Then
Did you
Joe
give him some
Mazzulla
quick-
say something about a 4-on-5 rule too, or am I tripping?
No, so that's what I'm saying. In
4-on-5.
hockey, it's if you get in a fight, you get put in a penalty box, and it goes 4-on-5 or whatever. One person sits out.
Okay.
In the
Yeah.
NBA, they should do that. where one person got to sit on the bench and you play 4-on-5, but you could get in
You
the
literally
fights
get
if you
torched,
want
torched,
to.
dude. Like you're literally not. The game would be like out of reach. You do that. Like,
Yeah, you can't win a 4-on-5 game or have any chance.
Dude,
Even
Draymond
if
would
it takes a
actually
couple
go
minutes.
crazy, bro. Draymond, bro, like
He's actually hasn't been that bad in technicals this year.
he said he's
Yeah,
gonna get less than
crazy.
10 texts
We're
this year.
early.
Hassan, what's the
Alrighty.
over under on that? What's the favorite? What's the underdog?
Less
What's
than
the dog?
10 is crazy. So it's a
I
crazy.
think it'll
That's
be
an
less than 10
insane
this
bar.
year. It'll be less than 10.
How many people
I
even
say
get
more.
10 in a year? Like he's probably like the
I
only
know,
nigga who even gets
sadly.
10.
You know what this reminded me of, guys? I saw a clip. It was like, bro, Draymond's first fucking play in the NBA was a technical foul. He literally
Really?
checked it and he got a technical foul. I saw the clip on TikTok. It was hilarious.
I think it was. I don't know if it was the
They
first
should
Bro,
know, man. They
what a
should
force.
know.
They
That's
could have
like a
been trolling. They
foreshadowing
could have just
moment, bro.
found his first tech and said it was
Yeah,
his
I'm
first
about to
play.
say.
Like,
No, I think
Did
I
you
saw
see
him checking it
starting?
like this. He's like, "Ooh yeah." Some shit.
Oh, I don't know. It's probably a troll.
all right, let's
That'd
move
be a
on.
funny
Coach of the
shit.
year, that's a good one. Sixth man of the year. Who want to start us off with this
Want
one?
to start?
Let's go. I know who you're
Same.
picking, but go ahead.
Buddy Love.
no.
Buddy Hield, sixth man of the year. Been hooping and averaging over 20 points per game.
He's on my
the
list.
bench.
He's on my list.
Mini Stephen Curry, making every three possible known to man. He's even playing defense. Who would have thought? Buddy Hield, defense.
Dude,
This
I don't
is an
even,
easy
bro.
sixth man of the year candidate. Warriors are playing really good basketball. We have a deep bench. The rotations are iffy to me, but they're working and they're winning with Kuminga coming off the bench. And I think Buddy Hield's going to continue to shoot well with the minutes that he has and rotations and looks that he's getting. So with our system, Buddy's shining and Buddy should be sixth man of the year. Go Warriors.
He was my runner-up. I just think with him,
Shut your
like
ass.
he's gonna have games where he hits like 9 threes, but he's also gonna have games where he literally can't make a shot. So it's like he's gonna be really hot and cold, in my opinion.
That's the sixth man for you.
Yeah. Who else want to give theirs? I'm gonna go last on this
Omari.
one.
I'm gonna go with Josh Hart.
He's
He's
starting.
not starting, right?
He is.
Since when they
He
started?
pulled
that
the
nigga?
Isaac.
Since
He
when?
pulled the Isaac.
Since when they starting that nigga, bro? That's
They've
crazy.
been.
Since game one.
Yeah.
It's opening night.
They really did with the new what's it called?
Who else would they start over him?
Yeah, they only have McBride off the
Is
bench.
Brunson?
I honestly thought about McBride though, to be honest, because they only have him off the bench, so he's gonna play
Yeah.
like 40 minutes.
Oh,
off
because
Tibbs' bench.
Cat plays center, huh? Cat, yeah.
Yeah. When they play Hart at the 4 or Harder and Anobi.
What about you, Gabe? Who you got? Dawn Connect.
Well, my
or what?
second one was a
obviously
Nas
Dawn
repeat, but
That's fine. Nas been good.
yeah. It's because I think that Nas will have to have like a like with the loss of Cat. You know what I mean? Like they need to make up that spacing. That I know Randall, like he's a shooter, but I don't know. He's just streaky. You know what I mean? Like he's not necessarily that reliable offensively. At least not as reliable as Cat was. So I feel like Nas Reed is gonna have to step up in his 6-man role to like elevate his game a little more. He's only at like 14 points right now, but I think he'll probably like as the season went on last year, he got better and better, and I think that he'll like get kind of like into that same groove once the team starts rolling. They definitely have to. It seems like they're doing a lot of adjusting to the new roster, but you know, I think it'll get better as time goes on.
I'm gonna go with the Pacers' second best player, Benedict Mathurin, coming off the bench. I don't know why this dude doesn't play more minutes. This could obviously change if Rick Carlisle wises up and decides to start the guy, because he's honestly been their second best player this year. He's averaging 16 points on 56, 40, 80% shooting splits, and he's only playing 25 minutes a game. If this guy would be playing 30 minutes like he should be, he'd be averaging better stats. I think he's going to be relied upon to score for them because Tyrese doesn't fucking shoot the ball. He literally refuses to shoot the ball, literally playing with Ben Simmons out there during the summer. I don't know what he was doing, but yeah, Pascal's their go-to guy right now, and second to that, I think it's Benedict Mathurin. He's their second best scorer, definitely. Best player, you could still argue that, I guess, but I think he's their second best scorer. So if he continues to come off the bench, I think he should win it because they really need him to score if they want to do anything this year. And he's kind of, he's good at getting to the line. He's good at the mid. He's good at the three-pointer. So I feel like they need him to step up, and he's going to do that.
I think he'll eventually start because I think he was starting last year. But
He wasn't.
Yeah, he wasn't starting last year.
They keep
I'm pretty
starting
he started
Nembhard
before he
over
got hurt,
him.
right? What's up?
They start Andrew Nembhard and Tyrese together. They've been starting him.
Okay. Well, Yeah.
But they should start him because he's better than Nemhard and pretty much the rest of their team. But
because I thought he was starting last year and then he got hurt and Nemhard took over. But if that's the case, then I don't know what they should do because I don't think that team is good enough to do anything or not to get back to where they were last year, the conference finals. I don't think they'll reach there.
Yeah, I doubt they'll
even with injuries.
Yeah. But they'll make the playoffs still. I think at least the play-in, that's for sure. East is just not strong enough. As bad as they're playing, they'll still probably make it.
Yeah, no. I was watching the freaking Wizards versus the Hawks the other day. I'm like, what am I doing with my life?
They got some young players, bro. They got some young players. The Wizards.
Wizards are young, yeah. They'll all cool volleys.
Jordan Poole, fun to watch again. Like they actually a little fun to they're gonna suck, but they might suck good. Pause.
Whoa! Sorry.
If you go suck, you gotta at least suck good.
Bro, if you're sucking, you better be sucking. Like, right, Bez? Never mind.
Who you got, Gabe?
Yeah, who you got?
I was gonna say Dalton Connect, so I'm gonna say Dalton Connect, bro.
He's trolling on this one. He's trolling on this episode.
Dude, when you guys watch him play, I just nonstop have the most joyous face of my. Bro, that dude doesn't miss.
That's better.
He knows he's muted.
My bad. Continue.
Nah, bro. I was gonna, bro. If we did this earlier, I would have picked Dante DiVincenzo, but dude, this is sucking ass, bro. I've been tapping in. I'm like, bro, you were locked in before you got to the Timberwolves. Then you're like shooting 30, 40%.
It's a good pick before the season, actually. Like you think they could use his shooting, but he just hasn't been hitting shots.
So knowing that, I mean, defaulting to Nas Reed, Benedict Mathurin, bro. Then I even went to go check if Norman Powell was like freaking no, that dude is just starting and dropping people off. Yeah. So there's not even a Norman Powell pickup in my back pocket. So I'm gonna go Dalton Connect.
I mean, Norman Powell is gonna come off the bench eventually when Kawhi comes back.
Yeah, but like his 20 and 30 point per game like averages are gonna like not be counted for 6 minutes.
If Kawhi comes back.
Yeah, I don't know how that works, but I mean he's still a clip off the bench, so no matter.
Because I remember last year I picked Austin Reeves because Darvin Ham's dumbass brought him off the bench. Obviously, he didn't end up starting the whole year. I mean, on a bench the whole year. I like the Buddy Hield pull. I like Buddy Hield. I think that's a good one because he can get hot literally any game and just fucking bang 9 threes like it's nothing. So
yeah, I really like his movement in the system, and he looks like
he looks
like shades of 30 in his game.
All right, relax.
What'd you say? Wait, hold on.
Shades of 30, then you got shades of nuts in your mouth, nigga. What's going on?
Bro, he's been hooping, bro. He's having like 24, bro.
Steph Curry. I got shades of 32 then when we out here hooping.
Yeah, shades of 30 is crazy. You just blazing at that point.
Hey, clip it. Hassan, clip
it. Looks good. It looks good out there.
He look good. He's a good shooter.
Hassan, clip it.
Trust me.
Yeah, and Miles McBride, for real, though. I do think he has a chance because literally the Knicks have nobody else they can trust off the bench. Like solely for that reason, he's literally their only trustworthy guy. Like who else? Cameron Payne? Yeah, get the fuck out of here.
Is Malik Monk off the bench or not?
Yeah, but they got too much scoring as it is. I don't know if he's going.
That team has no defense either.
Yeah.
What about LeVert? Has LeVert been saucing up?
Like the West Pacers.
It's not a bad pull, actually. Yeah. LeVert's actually a good pull. He might do good.
I just don't think he's as talented as the other guys.
Yeah. Yeah. They also don't need him as much. Like that's why I picked Ben Mathurin because like they actually need that dude to score for them because they have no one else. But
yeah, he's good.
All right, let's do the most useless award next. Clutch Player of the Year. I'm gonna go first. We don't care about this to be honest because like this doesn't affect anybody. I'm going with Shea. I'm gonna go with Shea because I think the team's gonna be good and he's gonna be the go-to guy down the stretch. So. That's literally there's literally so impossible to predict this because it's just like who hits the most game winners.
You know who I think it was gonna be this one, low key, off the dome. I think it's Jokic, bro. I don't know.
Not bad.
He's been doing some crazy shit in like crunch time. You know what I'm saying? And the reason I say that is because his team sucks now, so they might be even more like clutch. Oh wait, hold on, Anthony Davis. Bez, you reminded me. Perfect. Thank you. I almost forgot that one. Appreciate it.
I shouldn't have said anything.
No, Jokic. I think since his team is like worse now, he'll have to do more like. I saw a cool video on YouTube the other day. It was talking about how Jokic is like he can be a score first player when he needs to be, but his team usually didn't need him to be. But now that his team is worse, he might have to be an offensively more dominant player. So he might do more offensive, like do more shooting, do more post hooks in the paint when it comes down to it at the end of the game. So I'm giving it to Jokic.
That's not a bad pick. My pick was De'Aaron Fox because they're always in close games. The team doesn't play defense. He's their go-to guy down the stretch. DeRozan, yeah.
It's a useless award, bro. Let him have it.
Yeah, if I think the team's going to be in close situations, then I'm going to have to choose somebody that's good at scoring in the clutch. So
See, Jordan
and
doesn't have any
De'Aaron
clutch
might win
player
it
awards.
again. Huh?
Facts.
Said
Said
Jordan
Jordan
don't
doesn't have any clutch player
award.
awards.
Nobody's ever
No.
gonna bring this up in an argument like, "Hey, De'Aaron Fox never made All NBA, but he got a clutch player of the year." No one's ever
I
gonna say that.
I like the idea of it the first year because De'Aaron Fox is actually on like the stretch where he was just closing games out for them and making buzzer beaters. Even DeMar DeRozan too. Remember that back-to-back game
Oh,
where he
yeah,
had
on the
two
Bulls.
Dude,
buzzer
that was
beaters?
crazy. That had to
Yeah.
give, bro.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
That had some meaning for the clutch player of the year award, but then if you're like teams just mid and you're winning an award where you guys aren't even making the playoffs, like the Bulls didn't make the playoffs that year, and the Kings did. They got first rounded. Then last year they made
They
the
didn't
play-in.
make it.
They missed
Yeah.
it.
What's the point of being clutch if you're not even like competing? for
Remember,
Yeah,
Hassan,
right.
remember
So I
the
want to
people
give it
going-
to Shea because like teams actually gonna be good at least. Like
Yeah.
Remember people trying to make the argument that LeBron is his clutch player because he always makes the right move in the clutch, but then that did not work out.
That's facts.
that's actually
like
like
a hard
real
argument.
clutch shit, but
That's
the
real
media will
clutch,
never
yeah.
acknowledge it. Media will never like, oh, because he's not making the shots,
Alright,
they don't care.
So I
Yeah.
got LeBron, but not because he
Yeah.
makes not because of the simple fact that he makes the right play all the time in the clutch, but it just seems like last year and this year it seems like to preserve him he has a formula of like sometimes he'll turn up like today he turned up in the first, but generally he like relaxes when it comes to scoring. He gets his buckets in the flow of the game, and then the fourth quarter he just decides like, all right, let me go get some buckets, and he ends up having like I think last year he had like a high fourth quarter. I think he led, if not was second, and I think it's going to be like a similar thing this year. But I think that coupled in with the fact that I think we're going to be a much better team with more wins, like we were talking about before. I think that if he's averaging like one or two in fourth quarter scoring again, hopefully one, but if he averages a top fourth quarter scoring average, then I think he will deserve clutch player of the year. But who knows
Yeah,
what they
kind of
base
reminds
it off
me
of.
of
I kind of
that
disagree with that. I'm
Memphis
not gonna
series you
lie,
guys
but
won, where Braun just like kind of takes the seat back and Anthony Davis leads the team, and then Braun picks and chooses his moments to go
I
crazy.
feel like this year
Yeah.
though, like they're letting AR and AD kind of be like the duo. Honestly, they run that pick and roll a lot. Him and Anthony Davis, they got a connection with it. So I mean,
Yeah, they are
LeBron
hella
obviously
good with it.
could. He's still gonna get his numbers, but I don't know. He seems like he's kind of content with just like picking his spots, and he's had some moments so far this season where I'm like, yeah, the age is kind of showing. So I will see. We'll see. It's still.
I think
D'Lo's
he's
doing
just-
a lot of PNR too. D'Lo's
I
involved
think
too.
for me, I think he's just easing into the season.
Yeah, I mean,
Bro, the
I
other,
don't think it's this necessarily
day he
age,
had
like
like
he
a-
can't do it. But
I mean, the man's 40. Like he's got. I mean, it's
Yeah.
fine that he ain't not averaging 30 points this year. It's
the other
okay.
day he had like that 16-point fourth quarter, all makes 100% from the field. That shit was crazy. But then the next game he was like
Yeah.
total ass. So I don't know.
Dude, that
Yeah, I
Phoenix
guess
game, he literally sold the game. He literally cost us the game.
Yeah.
That was all on
he's
him.
trying to keep his record alive of 10 points or more.
He was horrible. He was
Yeah.
horrible.
Yeah,
That
he
game.
Shooter, bro. Yeah.
All right. Now that we
Useless
got
award
that
out the
that
way.
useless ass award out the way,
best
Depoy, this should be interesting. I thought this one was kind of difficult for me to pick because I think there's a lot of good
Good.
defenders this year. Who want to start us off on this one?
Wembanyama! Victor Wembanyama, ladies and gentlemen. I think this is the only lock of the year. I think Wemby's gonna win this easily if Davis doesn't win. But I'm gonna give it to Wemby, bro. There's just like I feel like he's gonna win the next 10 in a row. I can confidently say this. I don't know.
I agree with
Not
Gabe.
Rudy
Not
Gobert,
defending-
Hassan. Not Rudy Gobert, Hassan. Not Rudy
I said
Gobert.
Rudy's
agree
not
with
even
you.
in my top 5, bro. I'm
Yeah,
not
Gobert
gonna
is
lie.
not,
out
bro.
here, you say I'll literally shoot
I
somebody.
literally
Go
said
back
I
with
agree
the
with you.
DPOY.
I think Victor Wembanyama is going to win the DPOY. The way that he plays defense is one of a kind. Gabe mentioned his 5-5 game that he just had a day ago, and he's already, I think, like top 5 in that category with multiple. And it's only in his second season. I feel like he'll continue to do those things and average a high block and steal ratio, while also showing his presence as how people don't like take shots in his direction. So I feel like that's going to continue to happen. My runner-up was definitely Anthony Davis with the way that he's been hooping recently. But I don't know if he can continue that clip and like keep doing that. So I don't know if it's going to be consistent throughout the year because he's playing at a high like level, and I don't know if he can keep that usage out through 82 games or 70 or how many he plays this year. So I think one
Yeah.
B can
Yeah.
from a defensive standpoint at least.
Bez, you're a little blurry, by the way. I don't know if you can fix that.
Yeah, I'll fix it in a sec. Yeah, I was gonna pick AD, but I think the rest of the team is just gonna be so bad defensively. Like they just don't give it to like as good as AD is individually. We literally have no defense outside of him. Our next best perimeter defender is Jared Vanderbilt, who hasn't played in 2 years. So the team's just gonna be bad defensively. So they're probably not gonna give it to him off that. If somehow the team steps up defensively, I think he should win it because he is one of the best, if not the best defender in the league. But the team just kind of gonna suck defensively. So because of that, I'm picking the other Twin Tower, Chet Holmgren, leading the league in stocks, which is blocks and steals for all you wondering. And he's kind of doing the same thing Wemby is, but I just think because he's on a winning team that's going to have a winning defense as a whole, then he's going to get the recognition, he's going to get the love, and I think that he could realistically win it.
Yeah, that's a good pick.
That's a good pick.
The way that he's been
pick.
playing defense and the way the team's winning, and even like the defensive rating for the team itself, it's going to help boost his numbers and boost his votes. But I think Wemby's just media and darling, and everything he's done is going to be generational. So
He's the next go,
but I
Hassan.
hope
Talk to
Chet
me.
wins.
Wemby!
You know,
Chet's a
I
good
was
pick,
gonna
though.
go. I was also gonna go AD, literally up until right now. But
Mm.
I do think that when the point about the team's defensive rating and how much they actually do take it, because I know that they take that into consideration. You know what I mean? Like AD, like Beth said, individually is in my opinion the best defender, but you know, it's like if all we have is Austin Reeves and D'Lo out on the perimeter, you know, and LeBron who's gonna take some plays off, and then and Rui who's like I feel like Rui's trying. He's a big
He ain't
body.
good defensively
He
either.
has, yeah, that's what I'm saying. But like he tries, but he's just not defensively skilled like that. So I feel like they'll need to do something else to improve their defense. But I think that Chet is a really good pick, and I think that it will help his case having like that top seed and that top defensive rating as a team because their entire team is just full of lengthy wings. You know what I mean? Like it's just it's just what the fuck. So yeah, I agree with you, Best. Honestly, I changed my mind.
Let's go. Yeah, I think I really want AD to win it because it's kind of a crime that he has no depoys and Rudy Gobert has
that is
4. It's
facts.
literally a disgrace to the NBA community. But I think if the Lakers can bump up their defense to even being even top 15, bro, I feel like they could give it to AD just because that's how good he is. It's just the team is like literally giving up 120 points a game. So
yeah, the defense has been so bad, and they keep letting people come back too. Like that's.
It's just like the Austin Reeves and D'Lo got to be the worst defensive backcourt. Like even if they run on closeouts, like they try, but they're just too unathletic, too short to close out and make a difference on the shooters. Like
the physical capabilities doesn't allow them to get defenders.
Dude, Grady Dick
Yeah,
was cooking today. He was literally like fadeaway threes. Doesn't matter that D'Lo's right in his face. It literally doesn't matter. It's like he's not seeing him.
Hey man, he was digging them.
We almost got dicked.
Yeah, right here is cooking.
All right. This one is exciting because there's no clear answer to this one. Rookie of the year. Who wants to start us off? I got a wild card for this one. This one.
I can start.
So this is where I got Dog to connect.
Thank you, sir.
It's not bad though. Actually, he was my runner-up for sure.
No, I honestly like not even no meme, no troll, and not even just to it's a Laker player. I didn't even expect him to be like this. It's only been a week and a half, I know, but I didn't expect him to be this effective this early, especially as a rookie. But you can tell that his shooting ability is real. Like he's a real 3-level scorer. You know what I mean? He's doing it. He's doing it over the best of them. You know what I mean? He did it in preseason. He was hitting shots over. I'm pretty sure like then we play the Wolves. He hit a shot over like a big man who was like.
He literally came back on the Suns. He had like hella threes in the fourth.
He hit a contested three over Kevin Durant right on him.
And then his 38, and then his 35-point game. So I'm like, he's doing that against those starters. But, it's preseason. So it's preseason.
Hey, talk to me when your rookie's actually good, Hassan.
Yeah, for real.
You
got to be quiet after that, man.
Last year.
At the end of the day, it is just preseason. So I wanted to see how he looked. in the actual season. And obviously, he's not dropping 30s, but he's hitting his shots when he gets them. He's making good decisions. Like he's and he's doing really well for a rookie. Like you could tell that the experience is giving him an edge against the rest of the rookies in the class.
Yeah,
And I think
the
he'll
Lakers
continue to
actually
improve.
gonna have to rely on him because like the bench is
Yeah.
pretty much non-existent. So he's gonna get all the minutes off the bench pretty much off
Literally.
the rip.
I love it.
You agree, Gabe? I'm assuming.
1000%, bro.
You
Give me
gonna
Dalton
expand? You
Connect.
gonna expand?
This draft class sucks except for one man. Dalton Connect 4. Bro, I love this, bro. Dude, this dude actually can score over any single human in the NBA. He did it over Kevin Durant.
Damn.
Like he did it over KD.
Over KD.
Like there's no more like questions. I'm so what's the word? Oh my god, not glazed. What's the word? I'm so confident when the ball gets in his hand, he's either gonna make a shot or make the right pass. And that is saying a lot about this draft class. The number 1 pick sucks. The number 2 pick sucks. Every pick sucks except for Dalton Connect.
Before you get into it, Hassan, shout out to Devin. He said Dunn is one of the best rookies in the league. I agree with that. He's not my pick, but I give him a shout out.
Glazer, bro.
Yeah, he glazing for sure. But I do like Ryan Dunn. I do like Dunn, but he not gonna win rookie of the year. I'm sorry.
That dude's not a rookie.
I think
Gabe, shut up.
This nigga just said Chris Dunn.
Ryan Dunn was actually my pick because of the stretch that he's having right now. I feel like he's one of the best players in the
Really? He said, really?
No, are you trolling or are you actually for real?
No, I'm dead serious.
Okay,
He's
okay.
one of the best players in the NBA.
All right, talk your talk.
Yeah, right now, because the class is not good at all. I saw who's leading the league in points right now. Is Bub Carrington with 9 points per game.
Hey, let me interrupt you here. That's my pick for rookie of the year, Bub Carrington. First of all, did I put money on him? Yes, but that don't matter, okay? He's my rookie of the year because Alexander Sarr, he ain't it, bro. Defensively, okay, he got some potential. That dude, I've seen him miss wide open layups. He takes contested threes as a 7-footer. You know, and the Wizards, they gonna give him all the opportunity to work, especially if they trade Kuzma and Valanciunas. He's gonna get even more. I love Bub Carrington's game. He's a big combo guard. He could pass, he could rebound, he could shoot, he could do it all. I think he's NBA ready already. He honestly, Jordan Poole's nice, but I think Bub Carrington is that do-it-all guard for the future. And like you said, he's averaging the most points as a rookie. It's not much, but I truly believe that he can win Rookie of the Year. I really do. He's going to get all the opportunity. Sarr is buns. I'm sorry. If you're an Alexander Sarr fan, go back to France, buddy.
They don't exist.
That's the only place he does this shit, but I'm giving it to Bub Carrington, bro. He really is
like averaging like 2 blocks a game.
Bro, who is Bub?
Plus they're giving him an opportunity. But yeah, I think Ryan Dunn's been the best rookie so far, and I think he's going to continue to do so by showcasing his defensive capabilities. I think like if you're guarding the best player night in, night out, and you have a potential all defensive season, plus you're winning on the Suns and you're showcasing that impact of why the Suns are winning, then you have a good shot of winning it with this class. So gotta give him his love and his respect for what he's doing.
Yeah, I threw Ryan Dunn in my I guess my pool of players, but I don't know. He's just like a role player on the team, which, you know, he's gonna be valuable to them. But it's like if you say Connect can't win it, then why would Ryan Dunn has like the similar role where he's a defender and shoots threes. Like it's the same type of
that dude's averaging 9 points. Are we serious right now?
Bob Carrington is. I mean, what is Dalton
like
Connect averaging?
8.
Bob Carrington can pass and rebound too.
In a world full of shit, Dalton Connect is the shit I'd like to smell.
Wait till the second half of the season when Wizards are in capture the flag mode. It's gonna turn up.
Yeah, I think Alex Sarr has opportunity to do so too. If you're averaging 2 blocks as a rookie and then you have the opportunity to score, you never know what could happen.
He got the opportunity. I just don't believe in him, so I can't pick him.
He's not a ceiling reacher. He's not gonna reach his ceiling.
Yeah.
He just pisses me off. Like if you like Tyrese Halliburton and if I watch you and you make like plays that piss me off, I'm sorry. I'm not voting for you.
He's just like soft. He doesn't have any presence inside the paint, and
exactly.
Then he just shoots threes.
Did you see what Zachary what's his name? Ricochet?
Yeah, he's terrible.
Did you see what he said? He's like, bro, back in France, I was athletic, but over here, I'm just a regular dude. Bro, the number 1 pick. I don't want to hear it.
Hey, dude, on the real though, he has a chance to win it too because the Hawks they need some wings, and he's averaging also 9 points. So it's like he's
But
in a
he sucks,
conversation.
though. He's actually bad from what I've seen. He is raw, but like he's just too skinny. The way that he moves is not like different from anybody else, and there's not one thing that stands out about him that
So
makes
he's
him.
average. So he's average.
Yeah, he's
But
an
he-
average
but-
basketball player.
But the
He's
thing about it
jacked.
is like he doesn't stand out in one area, but he's also not really bad at anything. So I feel like if he can just get better, he has a chance. Dude, the Hawks are also going to be bad. They have no wings. Literally, DeAndre Hunter is their only wing, and he's always fucking injured. So it's like,
Boyan too, but he's
Literally,
always
man.
yeah, he's hurt too. So he's gonna have opportunity. That's one reason I feel like okay with him too, because like
They have like
Yeah.
Jalen Johnson and mid Jalen Johnson on the same team. No, I'm kidding.
they don't even play anything alike, to be honest. But
Right.
all right, let's go to the last one. Let me start us off with this one. Most improved player. We're going back to Washington. It's Bilal Coulibaly, baby. Bilal Coulibaly, he's looking like all-star level jumps coming this year. I may be, jumping the gun a little bit, but this guy's averaging 19 points, 6 rebounds, 1.5 steals, shooting 60, 42, 83, damn near 50, 40, 90 in his second season. He might be the Wizards' best player. I know, Hassan, you said that earlier. I think he's their best player. I really do think he's their best player. They have no incentive to not give this guy the ball and let him develop. He literally does everything well. He can defend. His shots been falling. He could get to the rim. He could pass the ball pretty well. And some of the other guys that we were considering, if you're talking about Wemby, you're crazy, because guys like Paolo and Cade, number 1 overall picks, should never ever beat most improved players. John Morant winning this shit was the dumbest shit I've ever seen, because it's like we expect these guys to come in and be franchise players. Bilal Coulibaly, guys like Dyson Daniels, who I also want to shout out. These guys are not expected to be anything. They just come and start being better. But Bilal Coulibaly is really looking like an all-star level player this year. Obviously, he's not going to make it, but the jump he's taking is that level. So I think if he's slowly becoming the Wizards' best player, I got to give it to him as most improved.
Yeah, I like the pick there too, but sadly, I don't think he has enough media recognition to get it, and his numbers are getting up there. But I think the boy Jalen Green's numbers are better, and I think he'll win MIP.
He's a number 2 pick, brother. He's a number 2 pick.
Hey man, if John Morant can win it, so can Jalen Green.
Amen, brother.
28 points per game, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, and he's shooting 40% from 3 this year. The team is obviously winning because of his production and Sengun's production. If the team can make it to the play-in playoff area like we predict they can, while Jalen Green is averaging a high clip, 27 points per game at his age, that shows the jump that the team can take, and he should win MIP because of it.
Hey, don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. I'm impressed with how Jalen Green's playing. Like, I'm actually changing my opinion on him, because he's actually not chucking up bad shots anymore. Like, he's playing within the flow of the offense. I just don't think he should win it, because I don't think like top 3 picks should fucking win MIP. It just, to me, it's ridiculous.
So either, but I'm basing it off of how I think media members will vote.
Fair point.
Cam Thomas is another one right now. What him and Dennis Schroeder are doing, leading the league as a backcourt, and he's playing like he's going to be an all-star this year if the Nets somehow win enough games first half of the season. So Cam Thomas, he might get up there.
I'm pretty sure last time I said Cam Thomas might be averaging 30, and you guys were like, nah, not 30, maybe like 22. Nah, this guy might average 30, bro.
It's an ignorant 30 points per game, but it's working.
He's not averaging 30 for the rest of the season.
If you want to talk about no flow in the offense, 30 points per game, that's Cam Thomas.
They won some games, bro. They taking the Nuggets to overtime. Who did they beat? The Bucks. They beat the Bucks. Like,
they won today too. They beat the Bulls. So they're winning games. So
so Devin just spoiled my pick. I was gonna pick Trey Man. He's been going crazy.
Oh, the AI cosplayer? Yeah.
Yeah, he's been going crazy on the Hornets. I wanted to dress up as AI for Halloween. I might do it next year. Get my braids going, get some tats. But he's been hooping. So I'm gonna pick him. I was capping, honestly. Like I know he's been hooping, but I haven't watched anything. I haven't watched a single minute of Trey Man. But
so I choose him.
Yeah,
you can pick LeBron for this.
I believe in my nigga. What's he gonna do? What's LeBron gonna do? Average 40. You have to average 40 to get most improved.
He's been hooping, but he's more like a 6 man of the year type. I don't think most improved. Like, he's having a better year. Don't get me wrong, but like, you know what I mean? He's coming off the bench. He's like back up to LaMelo. Usually, the most improved is like for a dude that like takes a star leap or something.
Exactly.
Nah, honestly, I wasn't. I don't feel like I have enough full
Data?
league this season knowledge, to pick up MIP right now. You know what I mean?
You gotta get the
That's
data.
fair.
You gotta
I
download.
respect it.
Hey,
I
shout out
respect
to
honesty.
Jaden Ivey too. Jaden Ivey been
I haven't
playing a lot
seen
better
enough.
this year.
Yeah, the whole team has been
Yeah,
better.
I'm gonna take Devin's pick for now.
All right, I got Bilal, but all right. Hater. No, okay. Let's talk about some other things around the league. Those were the awards. We got through them. We could clip them up for the TikToks and all that stuff. But I want to talk about we talked about this team briefly for a second. The Milwaukee Bucks completely trashed this season, 1-4. Giannis out here borderline requesting trades. Damian Lillard looks depressed. When you got two of the worst coaches in the league on your sideline playing Torian Prince 30 minutes a game, the depth ain't there. People on the trade block, talk to me, guys. What are we thinking with the Milwaukee Bucks?
Man, they're just honestly terrible. I was watching the game against Memphis yesterday. I feel like they already lost hope. There's no belief in that team. They're giving up on each other. They don't play any defense. It's like they're playing worse than the freaking Wizards and Atlanta Hawks. Like, they look so bad to the point where I think Doc Rivers is actually going to get fired within 10 games.
I told you he was.
10 games.
Yeah, 10
within
games.
10 games of right now, or 10 games on the season?
10 games into the season, because this is a championship level
crazy.
roster.
Like
we all had them top 3, 4 going into the season, maybe changing it around. Yes, there's questions about Dame and Giannis not working together well, but this is just inexcusable to be 1-4 and looking like a team that's not good at all on the court.
That's a coach's job too.
They're not even. They have. I mean, yeah, they're losing Chris Middleton, but yeah, it's definitely a coaching thing. Like, to not install confidence, to not play defense when you have Giannis and Brook Lopez, where you guys 2 years out were like the best defensive team in the NBA, and just not implementing those sequences or things to make it go right is on Doc. So I feel like he'll get fired within the first 10 games just because of the morale of the team. And this is looking like they're about to capture the flag the way that they're playing, bro. It's not bad.
I don't even know if they got their pick, but they might give someone capture the flag.
It's because they lost Thanasis, bro.
I already know Adrian Griffin is on an island sipping mimosas somewhere, just laughing, bro. I already know he's like, these guys really fired me for this clown, bro.
I love a ball club.
They're about to be paying 5 coaches. This is also an organizational failure because they can't stick to a coach. Like,
facts.
Last year, at least you were winning games at a high clip. This year, it's like,
you
can't even do that.
This year they got Darvin Ham, bro. I'm gonna cry.
The Adrian Griffin firing is like one of the worst firings in my opinion. Like, that was literally just people. I feel like people love Giannis and his persona is so like goody two shoes kind of, but that was honestly like an insane thing for like a star player to like push for his coach to get fired when you're like 32-14.
No,
like,
I don't think firing him was the issue. I think hiring Doc Rivers was the issue. If they fired him and got Kenny Atkinson or somebody else, like, okay, Charles Lee, the Hornets coach, he was on their staff. Charles Lee, Hornets coach right now, was on their staff where they had Adrian Griffin. They ended up firing Adrian Griffin, hiring Doc instead. They could have hired Charles Lee. It would have been easy because he already knew the players. He was been in it was just such a dumb decision to hire Doc Rivers.
I feel like the only reason you hire Doc there is because everybody else is in midseason form. Yes, you could have hired Lee, but yeah, I think they wanted a coach that was more like renowned and had some type of establishment.
Bro, his established ring is
he's renowned for blowing 3-1 leads.
They gotta let it go.
Yeah. That one, I told you, you win one championship in this league, and you have
he gets paid for so much for that one chip, bro. Huss, you already know.
So much, man. Sold the soul.
Do we think Giannis is getting traded?
What'd you say?
Do we think Giannis is getting traded at some point?
Not this year, not in the season,
or in the off season, maybe.
Maybe in the off season.
I think
he's gonna go play with Steph Curry and Hassan, bro.
Dame's playing at a high clip. He had a bad game the other day, but he's still playing at a high level offensively. He's terrible defensively right now, but I don't know what you can really do to fix this team besides firing the head coach.
Listen, I don't want to hear the word high. That term high clip, and he dropped 4 points is so bad. Like, it's the worst like thing to say after that 4. I know, bro, but damn.
I mean, the whole team just terrible.
What do you think they should do? What, like, fire the coach? Who you think they like? Is that the solution? You think?
That's the only thing.
Like, I mean, but even if they fire Doc Rivers, though, even if they fire Doc Rivers, is this team good enough to win a championship? Do you think so?
No.
The way they look, it's more than just a coach.
Coach job.
I think they have the talent to do so. Like, They have role players. Bobby Portis is always still good. I think Gary Trent's still a good shooter. Torian Prince isn't bad off the bench. Then Chris Middleton, Damian Lillard, and Giannis Antetokounmpo is your best players, and that's good enough. Compete with any three in the league. So
People were saying, Streaks were saying Drew Holiday was the thing that held it all together. Is that true, Hassan?
no, that's cap. I mean, even if
No,
they had Drew
I
Holiday
agree,
right now,
bro. I agree. 'Cause
even
the
if they had Drew Holiday
defensive,
right now, they wouldn't be winning. Giannis gets hurt way too many times, and they
Drew
still would be.
was
They
doing
wouldn't
a
be in the
lot for
same
that
position.
team, Huss. You know he was. You know Drew
but
did
their
a lot.
defense
Dirty
is
work.
god awful. Their defense is
It is
god awful.
god-awful,
Drew
but
helps
you're
that.
gonna tell me that Drew Holiday's like giving the same offensive value that Dame is?
No, but it's like
They didn't need
the-
offensive value
Straight
like
off.
that's
that,
what I'm
though.
saying. They didn't need offense. They needed more. The reason they fired Adrian Griffin was because the defense was terrible. They bring in Doc
Okay.
Rivers. The defense is still terrible. So what the hell was the point of bringing in Doc
But
Rivers?
one man is not going to change the whole defense. He acting like this guy's the DPOI or something. He's a good
Bro,
defender,
but
but he's not.
Giannis, Brook, that was like a lineup of like defensive.
Okay, but you still have
juggernauts,
Giannis
feel
and Brook. Giannis and Brook aren't playing good defense either. So what's
You need perimeter defenders though.
You
You
need
can't just
Drew
be
to,
all
like, help.
interior defense.
okay, but
Dame's
Drew
getting
Holiday's
blown
not the
by.
end-all,
So is
be-all.
Gary
Drew
Trent.
Holiday's
They're
not
getting blown by.
Okay, but so you think with Drew Holiday now that they'd be in a better off position?
1,000%.
Yes.
They'd be in a
I
better
mean, I'm
position
not
with
saying
that.
they'd be a championship team, but they'd be better, I think, than they are now.
I think it wouldn't be a championship team either.
I think
but
Drew complements what the Bucks need more than Dame right now. If Dame is a scorer who can't score that well, what are we doing here? Because you're getting blown by.
yes,
Switches aren't
I
good.
feel like it's the team. He's not. There's like a cancer to the team
But
to the
dude,
point where
if Gary
like,
Trent and
you're losing
Damian
games
Lillard are on
because
the
of him.
floor, zero defensive like ability, it's crazy. Because everyone is always gonna have to get if they get blown by, help defense has to come, and it's a wide open layup for like the help side, bro. It's really bad.
And if Brook gets switched out of the perimeter, first of all, he's getting cooked because he got slow ass feet. He like Zach Edey damn near at this point, where he's just getting blown by
They
easily.
also fired their best coach in Mike Budenholzer too, and he was a big part of
Yeah,
implementing
the
that
Mike
process.
fire was a little premature.
It's
I
just
think.
organizational failure at this point. Like
Yeah, it is an organizational failure. I mean, the only thing you can do now to try to recoup it is fire Doc Rivers or just go through the season and hoping that he gets through to the team.
You know what I think? Since the organization gave up on Giannis should come to the Lakers, bro. Like straight up. Like, no cap. He should just come to SoCal.
that's
He
my
should
cue
just
to move on to
he
the
should
next
buy a
topic.
little mansion, move
He
out with
actually
his
can get to the
family.
Warriors. I remember there's the
All
rumors in the past.
I didn't say the
Oh,
Warriors.
now that's for sure my cue to move on to the next topic.
All right, what else did you have to add some stuff to?
Yeah, let's talk about. I want to talk about the Mavericks briefly, specifically Clay. Clay's looking good on the Mavs. He don't look 0 for 10 washed. He's actually hitting the shots. He's having good season. You want to comment on that, ex-Warriors fan? I just want to bring him up because he was getting a lot of hate from last year. People were saying he's washed, but he's still providing a lot for the Mavs. The shooting's still there.
Yeah, I always knew the shooting was there. He's a top 5 shooter in NBA history. And with Luka providing shots for him, I think they're top 5 in assist to point ratio right now. I think it's like 12 or something like that. So with open shots, he's always going to provide for you. But it's like another Tim Hardaway Jr. right now. He's just trying to find a shot in the offense and get available. So it's working.
He's an
so
upgrade
far,
over Tim
but
Hardaway,
outside, it definitely is an upgrade for sure. But
Yeah, that's the best spot that he could be in at this stage in his career.
yeah,
Facts.
he's always
That
been a
number
good
looked
player.
ugly
He's
as hell
just,
on him, though. I can't lie. 31.
10.
I'm sorry.
Oh, 31. Oh, yeah.
What is
good
he
for him,
averaging?
though. I feel like he's good, huh?
Let me see what he's averaging. Like shooting splits.
He's
2.3
shooting good. I
points.
don't know what his points are saying,
Nice
but
try.
he's shooting good from 3 for sure. I know that.
Okay.
Definitely complements what they do over there with Luka and Kyrie. I feel like it's just figuring out when to take the shots and when you shouldn't be taking shots, or when Luka needs
He's doing
to.
good. He's doing good.
Let's talk about another Eastern Conference team that we thought was going to be better than they are. The Philadelphia 76ers. Still no Embiid. Still no Paul George. Embiid out here saying, I'd do anything for Philly except play back-to-backs. Obviously, I ain't doing that dumbass shit.
Yeah, he had another quote too that was crazy. He said that
Yeah.
he's done way too much for the city and doesn't deserve like the criticism that he's getting right now too.
And
Which
people
is
saying,
kinda
what have
crazy,
you
because
done?
what have
God,
you
I
done
want
for
this
the
man to
city?
retire. I want this man to retire so badly.
No,
I feel
but
like
on the
anytime-
real, though, if you're a
anytime he
76ers
opens-
fan, you got to be concerned that your number 1 and number 2 players have this type of mentality, right?
Yeah, I don't think they have a chance of winning a championship this year just because of the start to the season. I feel like we talked about this last week. And anytime Joel Embiid opens his mouth, it's something negative and nothing. And nobody wants to hear him say anything at all. just stay quiet and play basketball for Joel Embiid situation.
Shut up and dribble.
100%.
Yeah, bro.
Been really
Yeah,
bad.
shoulder jiggle.
Yeah,
Nah, he's the only
like,
one who's ever made me regret like rooting for him. Like I was mad. I'm mad that I rooted for him to win the MVP because I'm like in the aftermath
now
and
he's
all of
looking like he
hindsight.
deserved it.
In all of hindsight, I'm like, bro, nigga don't deserve nothing. Like,
You had post award clarity.
yeah, literally,
Yeah,
dude.
so
Like,
real.
clarity. But
So
yeah,
what have I done?
right now it's
Tyrese
looking like he doesn't
Maxey's gonna
deserve
have
it.
to hard carry them to any
Tyrese
win that
Maxey
they
and
get.
friends.
It's still not enough. Like, yes, Tyrese has the stats to that looks like a number one, but I don't think he can be a number one on a championship
He's not
winning
number
team.
one, bro.
Obviously
And,
not. Yeah, team's
the
not even good
chemistry that
enough
you're
around him.
lacking right
They
now.
need those two guys.
I mean, at least Paul George actually got hurt in the preseason. And he's
Yeah.
coming back from that. But
Suited
there's
that
still a
thing
lack
up.
of chemistry that you can build. Yeah, you have to build within the first 10 games. That they're already behind the curve to where like the Celtics are right now. Even the Cavs,
Facts.
the chemistry that they're building and being undefeated. That's something that I don't think the 76ers can like have. You know, not having those two. So
Yeah, and then even looking
you
at
still
some of
need
the
a
other
message by
teams,
George, you don't even know what it looks like. Yeah.
and even looking at some of the other teams that are struggling, like look at someone like the Magic or the Heat. Magic obviously lost Paolo for a bit. Heat just been struggling. But it's like you're not even making up ground on them because while they're trying to figure it out, at least they got their guys and they're figuring out as they play. Like you
Exactly.
don't have your guys. Then when they come back, you got to figure that out too. So it's like you're way
And then
behind the
you're
curve.
already like the media is already hating you and the fans are hating you too. Like they're ashamed to be 76ers fans and Joel Embiid fans right now. So it's already negative aura.
You already know how the Philly fans are too. Like they demand a lot from their players. So
Yeah, it's like New York.
I feel like they just demand well playing, like constant players. Like Embiid just doesn't play, bro. It sucks. It's not
Yeah.
even demanding a lot. Like you're the star player, you're MVP player. Why are you not playing? That's,
No, he's hurt. At
if
least
you're an
Kawhi is like
MVP
at least Kawhi's quiet. He doesn't say much. That's good for Kawhi because he gets hurt a lot. It doesn't say much. He just comes back when
Yeah,
he's ready.
yeah. No, you know what? I hate
And
that
he's
they
never
just
gonna
talk.
say something like, "Oh, well, do you know what I've done for this organization? You know what I've done for this team?
No,
Oh, I'm never
yeah.
playing back to backs again." I know Kawhi's not playing back to backs again for the rest of his career,
but he won't say it
he's
at
not gonna
least.
see it.
Yeah.
I think it was so crazy from Embiid.
And
Bro.
he's older too. Like it's like,
Yeah.
bro.
He's
Yeah,
established
I
though. He has
like,
rings. Embiid doesn't have
Embiid's going into my
Exactly.
Embiid's going
At least
into my
Kawhi's done something.
Kawhi realm when
What'd
it
you say?
comes to I say Embiid's moving into my Kawhi realm when it comes to hating this nigga because he don't play.
Yeah, and you only
It's
you
just
hate
like,
Kawhi because
bro.
he doesn't play, but at least Kawhi doesn't speak. Like he
Yeah, that's
seems
what
like
I'm
a
saying,
nice
bro.
dude.
If
He
I
doesn't
was
give you a
shit
reason to
talking,
hate. He doesn't give me a
if
reason.
he was shit talking at the same time, I'd be like, bro, this nigga don't shut up. Like nigga don't even play.
Yeah, exactly. And that's
And
Joel Embiid
yeah,
right now.
yeah, bro. He literally talks way too much. It's just like, dude,
They should tear his
like you're
contract.
literally not playing. Just don't say anything. Like, you
Yeah,
don't, like why are people even asking him questions?
Why is
He
he
should have
even
a no
available
question
for
clause
media?
in his contract. No
Yeah.
questions outside of like fucking sanctioned media.
Start doing the Marshawn Lynch and just say I'm here so I don't get fined, bro. At this
You
point.
literally do.
Especially like if you had a championship or at least made a finals run, you could at least talk. But it's like you've been disappointing you've been disappointing if anything. You know what I mean? It's not like you've
Yeah.
overachieved or like done a lot. Like you've literally been one of the worst playoff droppers in the last couple years, and it's like
Yeah,
you're
NBA
saying all
history,
this
man.
like it's crazy.
I like Tatum
What
over
is he?
Embiid.
What
That
has he
says
done?
something.
You haven't even been out past the second round. There's literal memes of you saying, "Oh, GTA 6 is probably going to drop before Joel Embiid gets past the second round." Like, there's memes of him not getting past the second round and talking about, "I've done so much for this city." Like, come on, man. Lou Williams has done more
Can't do
for the city of Philadelphia than you, bro. Like, what has Joel Embiid done? Say something like that.
Yeah. Literally nothing, dude.
You know, Harden did like just about the same as like Embiid did for that city.
Facts.
I would say
And,
I would
Come
argue
Harden.
that's true, brother.
yeah.
Bro, we
And
should talk
shout
about
out-
Harden.
I mean, we
Yeah,
could talk about the
Let's
Clippers a
talk
little
about
bit.
James Harden.
Because Huss has
How
been
good
wanting to
he's
probably
been
say
playing
some
so
shit
far.
about Harden for like 2 weeks.
Well, I'm just waiting because they're not winning any games right now, but he's still performing at a high level, like thought he would because of the usage. So
I mean, they still probably won't win any games because Kawhi ain't coming back. Let's be real, but
Didn't they lose
he's
to the
coming back in a
Blazers?
couple weeks.
he ain't
Huh?
coming back in a couple weeks, brother.
That's what they said. I see him on the bench cheering on his team and into it.
He's gonna come back for one game and then he's gonna be out for another year, bro. You read the lawsuit, brother. Read the lawsuit. It's actually the scariest. His knees are beyond cooked. This guy wants 2 years off to recover from knee injuries.
thought that was
He's cooked. He's cooked.
I thought that was the trainer that said that, not him.
But it's
Well,
like his
He
trainer
he
speaking
wanted to
for him.
follow.
the ACL
Yeah,
injury.
he wanted to
Kawhi
follow
wanted
it,
to
but
stop.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
it was
But
like
I
the
mean, he's been
trainers.
2 years
And
removed from that injury, though. No.
yeah, but they're saying that like because they didn't let him do that plan in the first place, that's why he's been injured the whole time because they didn't let him heal properly
Oh, okay.
and take
Well,
2
I
years
mean,
off.
so he's healing properly now.
Well, we
But
don't
he's
know that.
asking. They're saying like the point is when he first got injured, they're saying that it's gonna take him 2 years to be fully healthy, and they were like, "You're not sitting 2 years." Like,
Yeah. No. Okay. No NBA player should sit 2 years, though. If we're being
Exactly.
quite
yeah,
That's
that's
honest.
what
what
I'm
we're
saying.
saying. It's like,
We agree,
why
but
would he?
they're trying to sue them because they're saying that because they didn't let them sit 2 years, that's why he's been injured subsequently all these other years.
Like Kawhi's
You
trying
get
to sue
me?
the Clippers.
Yes, his
Yeah,
trainer suing the
his
Clippers.
trainer.
Oh,
It's like
okay.
them as a
And he
party,
still
I
works
guess.
for Kawhi.
Yeah, he's been with him since San
Yeah,
Antonio. It's the same guy.
he's basically
Wow.
like representing him. Like,
They
I mean,
also
that's
said
not
that
good for the
like
Clippers.
they also the lawsuit also said that the Clippers like try to give him everything that he like stem cell injections, all this other stuff that the new age stuff.
oh
They try
yeah,
to give him everything without making him sit, and it's like he still wanted to sit. Like they gave him every other option, but it's like no, either we sit for 2 years or like I don't want to say they're not doing it, but it's like that's what they wanted, and they're saying because you didn't let us do this, even though you gave us all these other treatment options and we're load managed and all that. They're saying because we didn't sit for 2 years, like you screwed over my client
Well, I
basically.
2
mean,
years
good
is
luck,
so
But
buddy.
was
crazy,
You
bro.
got a
was
new
Kawhi
contract
being
too, though.
negligent of this, or he knew full what he was doing?
What do you
I don't
mean?
know. It's kind
Like,
of
was
weird
it
to sue a team
Kawhi's?
that you're on,
Because if
and
Kawhi's
they're
like
paying you right
Kawhi,
now.
I'm sure he knows what's going on. I think
I mean, he's
it's
probably
it seems
telling his
more so
trainer
like
this.
the
He's probably the
trainers,
one
yeah.
telling his trainer this or like discussing
It
with him.
seems more so like the trainer is representing Kawhi, like in his
But,
interests.
I mean, that's kind of weird because you're playing for the team and they gave him an
yeah,
extension
Yeah,
like
right.
a year ago.
Yeah,
That's
I
the
agree.
weirdest
It's
part. They
kind
gave
of
him an
weird. Yeah,
extension
it's
after
kind of
all
weird.
this shit.
Yeah,
Like,
so it's probably
what are they
something we
doing?
don't know behind closed doors. But I mean,
Yeah.
we'll see what happens with him.
Plus, you gotta have draw. At the end of the day, they just got that new stadium. Like, you gotta have draws and name value,
yeah,
like to your
Harden and
team.
Norman Powell.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if
Very
they're
jealous
literally
team.
thanking the Lord that they got Harden, because if there was no Harden and they just had like the Norman Powell, you know how like they had the Lou Will days. It was just like
Yeah,
a lot of role
I
players.
mean, at least
Big
they're
Like
Zoo!
if they were to go back to all the role players right now, that would just be tragic for the Intuit Dome. Like they would be going back to the $50, handing out the tickets outside of the place for free,
Dude,
getting
the seats look
nosebleeds.
empty when I
That's
watch
what
some
you
of the
got.
games.
Huh?
So the seats look empty out there when I watch some of the games.
You want to go to a game, Huss?
I'm sure.
It's
Yeah.
it's literally
I'll be
Harden
down.
and Big Zoo pick and roll the whole game.
Yeah.
I know Zubac's
And he's
been playing
making
really
Zoo
well
look like
too.
an all-star. He's making Zoo look like
I
an
know,
all-star.
exactly.
Dude, Harden's
Every center
spoon
he's
feeding
with-
him. He's literally giving the easiest buckets of his career.
Every
Like,
center he's with, like damn near an all-star. For Capella to
Facts.
Houston to Zubac
Wins
now.
Clippers Warriors.
he's
You know,
he's
that's-
averaging career high in assists right now. So hey, he's doing his thing.
Continue.
Us.
Uno, keep going.
Us.
What'd you say?
Do you know when the Clippers Warriors is?
Oh, I think on the 18th, November 18th.
It's Monday,
Oh
November
damn,
8th.
that's so soon.
I'm checking out tickets right now.
I work.
That's
on
not even gonna be able to
Monday.
move.
By
They
the
played
18th?
3 more times though.
No, I'll probably be good by the 18th, hopefully. But
they
I
do-
think
yeah,
they'll
this is
play
their first
another
game?
time. Yeah,
Yeah,
and then
sure.
this
Damn.
I'm
is
down
their
to go to
second game.
I'm down to go to the second game.
Oh, what are these tickets looking like here?
I want to see the Intuit Dome. That's why.
It's
I
lit,
got
bro.
like I got over $400.
I know you have
StubHub.
your StubHub.
Yeah, so I'm probably gonna use that all. In
Yo,
one
these
game.
are good prices for the seats, kind of. I'm not gonna lie.
It's the
Yeah, because they
Clippers.
saw how
Wow.
many people were going to the damn games.
Yeah,
They weren't
anybody there?
They dropped them.
The supply and demand.
How much are the
Oh
Spurs?
no,
Anybody
that's
demanding?
$1,000. Never mind.
Oh, never mind.
How much are the Spurs tickets?
Oh, I was looking at that too. One sec.
Spurs?
Where do you want to
Spurs,
sit?
you wanna see Wembley?
2, section 2.
I feel like close midsection. How much is that? Like section 2.
Oh, this
Yeah.
website is like so tweaking, bro. I can't like click something normal.
What are you on?
Clippers Ticketmaster. Let's go
This guy
here.
waiting on his thing.
Oh man, I'm getting tired. Drinking yerba.
Actually, these topics. I actually had one more thing I wanted to talk about.
What's that? Let's talk.
If you guys think Cleveland Cavaliers are a legit playoff team for what you've seen through these
No.
6 games and them being undefeated. Not playoff team, but
Absolutely.
championship contender.
Oh, I mean, I
I was
think
gonna say a playoff
they're the
team, nigga.
second best team in the East. I think pretty easily.
I want
Maybe
to
the
give
Knicks
it
could
more
give them a
time.
run for their money, but I think it's not like the Bucks. They ain't as good as them. The Sixers, I don't think they'll be as good as them. And I think the only competition is obviously the Celtics are better, and then the Knicks they've been looking a lot better after that bad start to the year.
Yeah, so that means you do think they're championship contenders then. They're top 2 in the East.
Well, I don't think
Conference
so
finals.
because I don't think anyone's beating the Celtics realistically. But like, if you're telling me the next best team is probably the Cavs to me, I guess. But I still don't think they'll
the
beat the
top
Celtics.
14. I think
feel like
they're too. I think Mobley's finally taking the leap that we expected from him. Even with Jared Allen and Garland on this team, I think Kenny Atkinson's sets are just better than Bickerstaff. I think Bickerstaff walked so Kenny Atkinson can run with this team because Bickerstaff set the foundation and gave them confidence. But Kenny Atkinson's actually flourishing the players that he has, and I think he just has more experience than Bickerstaff and a different mindset because of the players that he's been with in the past and teams that he's been with in the past. So now you see Garland and the others actually playing well, and even Yang is getting some good play. So the role players are playing well, stars are showing out, and even like the blowout win against the Lakers was pretty big because the Lakers aren't a bad team. So I
Blew
think
out
they
the
are
Magic today
contenders.
too. I know they didn't have Paolo, but they blew him out pretty comfortably.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How do
they're
you
just
feel
getting
about Paolo?
contributions from everyone. They got a good bench too. Like Sam Morril comes in, shoots
LeVert.
for them as well. They got Karis LeVert, like you said, could be potential 6-man. What's dude's name? Isaac Okoro comes in, plays defense. They're gonna get Max Strus back still. He hasn't been healthy yet, so he's gonna come in for sure,
Yeah.
help him. So
Don't they have Dwayne Wade?
They have a chance.
they do have Dean Wade.
Dean Wade.
He was
Corner
killing
That
those
Dwayne Wade
rookies.
statue was so ugly, bro.
Oh my god.
We
Yeah,
need to
that
talk
Dwayne
That
about
was
that-
so bad.
The Antoine Walker statue.
Hassan,
I have
you know
all
what I
sets
saw?
Really
like
disrespectful.
Kobe's is not. I haven't seen Kobe's in person yet. Have you guys seen it? Or
It's bad too. No, I haven't.
I don't think I've been down there.
It's better than the Dwayne Wade one, though.
Oh, fuck back.
They're both bad, but yeah, it's at least you can
Hassan-
tell it's Kobe. Like the Dwayne Wade statue, if he didn't have a Heat jersey on, you wouldn't be able to tell it's Dwayne
You know
Wade.
who that looks like?
all
Have
the
you guys seen
memes
that
have been
clip?
hilarious.
Hassan or Bez, or Omari too. Have you guys seen that clip of like those two dudes playing at the park until like they're 70 years old? And I think it's like the old head with a white t-shirt on. It looks just like Dwayne Wade's statue right now, bro. I gotta find the meme, bro.
yeah, son.
Oh my
Dude,
god.
and did you see what Dwayne Wade said about it? He was like, "Oh, it's a statue. It's not supposed to be like mimicking real life. It's art. You know what I mean? It's his own thing." I'm like, bro, what are you talking about? It's supposed to look like you, bro.
He's supposed to cap. He's not gonna say it looks bad.
Yeah, you can't say it looks
Yeah.
ugly, bro. They just put it up, bro. You
But
can't.
that,
It's just
that look
funny. It's
was
just
between
funny.
him and his son, like it says it all. He's like, oh yeah, this ain't good. This ain't
That's
it.
what it's
What?
funny.
He said that's the first time he's seen it, like when it got revealed. So what was he gonna say? Like, "Oh, fucking take it down," right? Like, can't do that.
Do you see the artist world video of him?
No, I
the
don't.
statue?
Nah, he made a skip. No, I haven't seen it.
Yeah, it was hilarious. He was like, yeah. Him and his friends are like doing the unveiling, and then he's like, oh yeah, don't cheer for it, don't cheer for it. He's just clapping like, yeah, put your hands up, put your hands up. Who's the artist? Who's the artist? And the artist is like, it's me, I'm from France. And then he goes and like cusses out the artist, like, let me talk to you. And he's like, oh, it's like,
Nah,
I got all
that's
these,
crazy. I haven't seen it.
got all these pieces from space, from the moon, and everything to put this together. He's like, bro, I don't care. This ain't me. You can just who's someone else. Who gave you this? It was hilarious.
Nah, it's hilarious. I love RDC World, man. I need that.
Yeah,
I
they
need
need
to
to fix statues up, bro. It's been bad.
Yeah, I'm like, who's doing it? Like, they need to stop.
I want to talk about one more thing before we wrap the show up. I already talked about a little. I'm hate watching this team now because this dude pisses me off. Tyrese Halliburton and the Indiana Pacers. Hassan,
Why?
you were on it early, talking about this team ain't gonna do the same shit this year, and you were 100% right. This team needs help. Tyrese is a shell of himself. He does not want to shoot the ball. He has no bag. All he has is step back threes, and he can't even shoot those well this year. Pascal Siakam basically got to be their number one option. Rick Carlisle refuses to play Benedict Mathurin. TJ McConnell's out there like being their best player damn near. So I want to hear your thoughts on the Pacers. They've been bad this year, 2-4. I mean, they beat the Celtics. which was a good win for them. But other than that, they've had some embarrassing losses to like the Knicks getting blown out by like 50 points, losing barely beat the Pistons on opening night. Like it's been ugly for them.
The main struggle with them is their defense, and if that continues to happen, especially with Tyrese Halliburton not being able to score, or the bench creating the production that they did last year, being the number one bench, then they have no chance, and they won't make the playoffs this year just because of that the defense aspect. It's too big of a gap, especially in today's NBA. And the East actually on every team has someone that could score at a high clip. Or like even today, you saw Dick from the Raptors go crazy on the Lakers today. Like everybody has someone who can get you a bucket on their team, and I feel like the Pacers get exploited every night in and night out, and they're gonna have to keep up with these teams for 82 games. It's not gonna last. So if the bench isn't producing at the same clip that they did last year, then the team is kind of cooked.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about the defense being bad, and everyone has someone that could score. They don't have people that could score either. Like again, outside of Pascal and Benedict Mathurin, it's like you can't rely on Tyrese to get you a bucket. Like he can play make still, but
he's never been a scorer either.
Right. I mean, their second highest score tonight was Ben Shepherd, who he can shoot, but it's like, okay, you're really relying on Ben Shepherd? Come on now.
Yeah, exactly. Tyrese Halliburton, I mean, we've talked about the aggression in the playoffs last year, and it still looks like it's a big issue with him, and it's becoming a bigger issue. Like, I feel like as a point guard, you should be able to be a combo guard these days, especially with his playmaking ability. He needs to be able to see the floor on opportunities where he needs to shoot the ball. Him averaging what he's doing now is not good enough. I remember I was talking about if he could score at the same clip as De'Aaron Fox at some point in his career. It's looking like a terrible conversation right now because at one point he was averaging almost 20, and now it's like 11 or something like that. But,
yeah, and it's not like he's refusing to shoot. Like he gets, when he does get to the rim, he just throws it out. Like, and he's not even good at getting to the rim like that because he doesn't have any type of bag, like, or any type of move. Like he does a little fake hezzy, but everyone knows that's his go-to move. And like the league's figured him out at this point. You're either doing a step back three or you're doing a fake hezzy and trying to get to the rim. And if somebody's even in the vicinity there, you're tossing it back out. And he does the worst thing that all players should not do. He does the jump pass shit all the time where he jumps up to pass, and he's Tyrese, so he can get away with it sometimes. But like a lot of times he's literally up in the air, doesn't even know where to go with it, and just throws it out of bounds, or it's a turnover or something.
101.
Like you said, people figured out his bag, and once your bag is figured out in the NBA, you're kind of cooked because you have your go-to moves, and if you don't have counters to that, you just pass the ball up.
And it's like he's not athletic or nothing, so it's not like he's using his athleticism.
He can't like get to the line either at a high clip. So like Trae Young, I feel like has the same problem. He has the same moves, but he knows how to get to the line and contact, and he's a smarter, or he's as smart.
Trae Young can average 30 and 12, bro.
Yeah, so he knows how to get his 30 points a night. Yeah. He's a way better shooter. So like, there's a difference. But I feel like he needs to work on his bag and get in the lab, bro. Like it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad quick.
What was he doing in the fucking summer, bro? He was just like
he was hanging out with those white girls.
Yeah,
exactly.
The snow bunnies drained his powers, brother.
That's what happens, man.
I called it. I told you.
Umar tries to tell him. Umar be trying to tell people.
The Heat will be better than the Pacers this year. Dr. Umar trying to tell him. 5 a.m.
Man.
Then he said, "What up?"
Wow, that shit was crazy.
I know
it's 5 in the morning.
I beg your pardon.
Like you didn't have to take that video. You could have like went anywhere else privately.
50 Cent.
Like everybody in the shot. He had everybody in the shot.
Yeah, like you didn't have to take that video like that. Like
hell of a ball club.
50.
Go hard on them dudes.
Salute.
Go hard on them dudes.
We're trying to have fun, okay?
I'm so glad that gone. It's like the most like stark contrast between Darvin Ham and JJ Redick. Like even in
Hassan, the one where he goes,
like what does that mean? Like, and then I wasn't even the end either. Like, how was salute not the end? He said something else after that. Like he was literally just saying words at that point. Like he was just saying shit. Salute.
Bro, there was a
the one before the season started. I forgot what he said. He goes, "We're back down to 0 or some shit." And we want all the smoke. We ain't ducking no fades.
Oh yeah, he was doing the like double dick. He was like 0-0. We're starting over, but he was like doing this the whole time. I'm like, hey, chill.
Like, if there's any pressure, like have you ever faced any pressure or is the Lakers being the Lakers head coach the most pressure you face in your life? It's like, man, I had a gun pointed in my face before. I was like, bro, what
Not
the
gonna lie,
hell?
that's kind of tough
Speaking of real
answer, but
facts,
like,
yeah, he's speaking of real facts. Yeah, that's true.
Oh, man. Bro, he's a
That's
walking
my
meme.
word.
no, the
I
worst
know, he's
part.
walking me.
There was a clip of like during the game last year, Darvin Ham's like called a timeout and like everyone's getting up in a huddle. LeBron takes the clipboard from him and like draws his own play because he cannot trust this dude at all. There was a clip out there. It's
Give me the
crazy.
board. Give me the board.
Bro,
Where's the
can we go to
board?
Twitter and react to like Darvin Ham best moments, please? Bro, I'm dying.
We could do that next
Remember
time.
when
I'm gonna
he
try to
helped up-
find them all.
There's
Remember
when
compilations
bookmark
on
it.
Twitter, bro. It's so funny.
I forgot what team it was.
I got
but
it. I got it.
Remember they
Where's the
jumped in
board?
and hit each other, and Darvin Ham went and helped up the opposing player. He
Oh,
ran out to
Jokic, he helped up Jokic. Is that what you're talking about? I saw that today. Oh my god. It's like bro's doing anything except coaching the Lakers.
Nigga ran so fast too. Like
What did bro
he
do?
was serious about getting
Is he
Peter
a player or
Jokic.
what? Like, you know,
He ran.
opposing team's players. Up.
Nah, dude.
Bro, I've never seen this behavior from a head coach before. I've
Nah,
never
dude.
seen
Literally
Steve
good
Kerr
riddance,
go run
man.
up and help
Literally good riddance, man.
That's like your uncle like trying to coach an NBA team. Dead ass. It's like good dude, but it's like you don't know what the hell you're doing.
Yeah.
Bro, they had
man.
a picture of Doc and Ham saying it'd be two dumbass bitches saying exactly. Like,
I saw that. Oh man.
Oh, my
At least
God.
At least Doc Rivers, his inside like clipboard moments are not as bad. Like, bro, salute.
I mean, he
and
knows
hell
what
of
he's
a
doing,
block.
but yeah.
Salute is
That's
crazy.
one of one.
It's gonna be a meme now. Everyone after the loss in the like post game chats is on the threads is gonna be like hell of a ball club.
Salute.
Everybody's Twitter feeds.
Nah,
I need
dude,
to
the
hear
salute
like, one of
really
those
has-
players
that's
like
one of my
inside,
favorites.
like what they were thinking during the timeout like that when he speaks. Like,
Nah,
We need a
bro,
30 for
we
30
need
on
to-
Darvin Ham.
oh,
We need one of the players to go on like Jeff Teague podcast or something.
All right, facts.
So, yeah,
Just
that's
talk
Torian
about
Prince. Torian Prince on the
Yeah.
podcast.
Jeff Teague was in there. Oh,
Nah,
my goodness.
Tony Prince gonna
Even
protect his pappy.
His Pookie Bear, yeah, right.
Yeah.
Oh,
Bro,
man.
how am I
Stinky
gonna react
pig.
to the Laker game right now?
Shout out to Darvin Ham. Salute.
All right, I think that's it
Mhm.
for today's episode. Unless y'all got some more topics, if not, we could close it out.
Dude, I'm
I'm
dead.
tired, man.
I'll be back on Tuesday, hopefully.
All right,
I can't Tuesday.
appreciate everybody tuning in to the BDL podcast. Let us know your worst predictions below. I know it's a week into the season, but a little cheat sheet down below. 1 week into the season, who's your award winners? Let us know.
Let me know why.
And drop a like too. Don't forget drop a like if you made it
salute
this
in the
far.
comments. Give me a salute.
Give me a
Yeah,
salute.
give us a salute in the comments, baby.
I love a ball club.
Anyway, thank y'all for tuning in, and we'll see y'all on the next one.
Go hard on this dude.
Does that even mean?
Nah, bro.